All right, guys. Hello, hello. Um, Welcome to another babbling about anime with Amin Luffy out here. We have already reached summer. Actually, we're now in the middle of fall of anime 2023, but we've reached the summer at least in terms of like reviewing the season, like looking back. How was this season of anime for the summer season? We did a video for spring, right? I think we concluded that it was a better season than winter, but we would have to wait and see if it was going to be a better season in summer or not, depending on how good the summer season was. And yeah, we're now gonna review. We're gonna like talk about the anime that at least that I watch. I didn't watch every anime. Who has time to watch every single anime that comes out a season? That's a lot, and it's not every anime that is good that comes out every season. Obviously, I watch a lot of anime. I think it's just very eh. I don't want to watch it. But I did watch quite a bit. Obviously, these top three, I've watched all three of them, of course. Why wouldn't I? um, so yeah, let's talk about it. I wonder where to start. I don't know how I usually start with these. I know sometimes I plan these in advance for like do a whole ranking and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that for this one because this season wasn't that stacked enough to for me to bother to do a ranking. So do you just get started? Let's just get started. Well, I mean, what can we say about the season in general? I think the season in general was good. I think it was definitely a better season than winter season. I remember winter season being a very weak season, winter 2023. I think summer season's been was better than that, but it for me it will have to review a little more to see whether or not it's better season than spring season because I still think spring season might actually be a better season than summer season. And so far, fall season has also started to come out. And so far, I also think fall season has been a little bit weak, in my opinion, in comparison to the spring season as well. But whether it's better than the summer season, we'll have to wait and see. But overall, this year, 2023 overall, like I mean, fall hasn't ended yet, so we haven't reviewed that properly yet, and we'll review that when the fall season ends, which is in a couple of months. So yeah, we'll probably review that around January, late January, February time. That's also when the Crunchyroll Awards come back. And look at that already. It's November now. I'm actually recording this on midnight of 4th of November, but I'm recording this like it says 5th of November, but it's midnight, so it's like still 4th of November. It's the day of 4th of November. I just gone past midnight, so it's midnight, 5th of November. Today or later on today, the last episode of Attack on Titan is coming out, which is going to conclude the entirety of Attack on Titan. This entire 10-year journey. We've been here since 2013. I've been watching it since 2013. So this has been a 10-year journey for me too. To finally finish Attack on Titan. Which for me is like one of my two favorite animes of all time, with One Piece, obviously. So I'm obviously excited to see it finish. I've already read the manga ending, but I'm excited to see how the anime does it. If it's going to be the exact same, if they're gonna change it. A lot of people are saying they're gonna change it from the manga ending because a lot of people disappointed. I never made a video for the manga ending of Attack on Titan. I was caught up to when it ended. I think it's been 2 years now since it ended, or a year and a half. I don't know. How long has it been since Attack on Titan ended? I'm not too sure, but it's been a while. I remember catching up to it a couple of years back. But yes, but anime wise, I have been watching the anime from the very beginning. Just had to caught up in general because of just like I got one spoiler. I got spoiled one thing, and I was like, I'm catching up. I'm not gonna risk any more spoilers. And good thing I did because there was so much that I read was incredible that I would have been very angry if I got spoiled on, and I'm glad I caught up in the end. But yeah, so I'm excited to see how the anime ends. Hopefully, it's a very good ending. I do think that the manga's biggest issue for me was that it was like too short of an ending. That was like my biggest thing. I think a lot of things could have been fixed if it just was just longer and expanded upon more to make it clear for the readers right what's going on. And maybe the anime can do that. I don't know. It is going to be like a 1 hour special, so we'll see how the 1 hour adapts the whole ending. We'll see what the reaction among the community is going to be. But it's going to come out later today, and it has a lot of hype. Everyone's talking about the trailer. All the hype is on Attack on Titan right now, and because it's finally ending, and it is one of the biggest anime, and you could even argue the biggest anime of the last decade, right? I do think of the last 10 years. I can't think of a big anime that's come out other than maybe One Punch Man or something, right? My Hero Academia is big, and obviously Jujutsu Kaisen is there. But I'd argue Attack on Titan stumps all of those except maybe not Mob Psycho. Sorry, One Punch Man. Same creator though, but yeah, One Punch Man might be the only one that has more like international popularity compared to Attack on Titan. But I think it's close. I do think it's close. They're both huge, 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 massive anime hits that will be remembered. I think for decades to come. Like I still think people will be talking about Attack on Titan in 2040, in 2050, in like 20 years time, 30 years time. You know what I mean? I still think people will be talking about, yeah, Attack on Titan. What an anime that to come out of that decade, the 2010s. Attack on Titan. That 10-year period, 2013 to 2023. So I feel like we are witnessing this day is a very monumental day for like anime in general. That Attack on Titan is concluding in anime form. This is huge. So yeah, but this video is not about Attack on Titan. I just talked about Attack on Titan because that's what I'm recording. It's the 5th of November. It's actually, yeah, I just forgot. It's actually the day before my birthday. That's funny. My birthday's tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, quote unquote, in 2 days for me because I'm gonna be sleeping and waking up and sleeping again before my birthday. But it's my birthday 6th of November, so you have Attack on Titan coming out the 5th of November. A lot of things happening 5th of November actually. Not just Attack on Titan. Some other things like some events in real life as well as happening 5th of November. But my birthday is 6th of November, so I guess I'll be watching Attack on Titan. I might have time to watch it tomorrow. It's a 1 hour special, so I might not have time to watch it tomorrow evening, but I'll try to watch it maybe on my birthday. We'll see. We'll see if we can watch Attack on Titan then. Maybe with some gangs, some people, some friends. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Or I might delay it for later on in the week, because like my friends are more typically available later on in the week. We'll see. We'll see if you can get to watch Attack on Titan. But I may not watch it tomorrow immediately as it comes out. Actually, at the same time, I feel like I should just watch it on my own tomorrow and then watch it again with my friends because like I want to be caught up in like what the community thinks and what everyone thinks, like what's going on with Attack on Titan, and I want to watch it for myself to get my own opinion of it because I always like to have my own opinion of it. Just like this season, just like how I'm like reviewing the season, this is going to be my opinion of the season, how I see the season. It's not going to be like how like I'm gonna put on my opinion. So regardless of what anyone else thinks of the season, these is obviously my opinions. I want to have my own input. That's why I'll watch it on my own, and then I'll see how other people react to it. So, all right, I've babbled long enough. Let's get to the season. Let's start with Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's talk with Jujutsu Kaisen. I just want to start off right away with Jujutsu because Jujutsu Kaisen's second season has been way better than I could have ever expected. Yo, first things first, they did a whole like a little art style change, animation change. It looks a little different from the way it did in season one, but I love it. And I think it works so well, especially with the Gojo's past arc. And can we talk about the Gojo past arc? Oh, man, that arc is peak. And so far, previously fine. It has had some misses, like the first couple episodes, a little bit boring, a little bit missing, but misses like because this set up the whole Shibuya arc and the whole Shibuya story, but it was a little bit like slow. Like okay, like we're still getting a lot of, but the recent episodes, the Sakuga, yo, yo, I think we're now on. Well, we can check. I guess we could check. Yeah, we're now on episode 15, I think, of Jujutsu Kaisen, and the Shibuya arc started in episode 6, I think. So we've had like again episode like 7, 8, like the first beginning episodes of of the Shibuya arc were a little bit like but ever since episode like 12, we've been getting bangers after bangers after bangers. This has been an amazing season. Honestly, I don't know if it's recency bias or not. I don't know, but like I want to go as far as to say Jujutsu Kaisen right now. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but we'll start off this season with a hot take. I think might just be actually it might not be a hot take. It depends because I don't really know what I think this might be actually agreed upon by many people. We'll see. I'm saying hot take, but I might not be. I think it's currently the best new gen shonen anime, action shonen. Obviously, shonen because shonen is obviously a much larger demographic than just action shonen like Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff. But I think Jujutsu Kaisen has the crown right now. I think with the movie and now the second season being so good, and yeah, I do think so. I do think like it's trumped what My Hero Academia did for me during its war arc in the 6th season, and I like My Hero Academia season 6, but Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 has been going off. I'm not gonna lie. I think like My Hero Academia has been good, but it's not been this good. Okay, I do think Jujutsu Kaisen is currently the best. I'm thinking like, what are like some valid competitors? I think again, I do think My Hero Academia is still a valid competitor. Now, a lot of people like to describe My Hero Academia, and right now, the whole gang is just hating My Hero Academia. I know that's like the whole recent thing, the popular thing to do, but I want to give My Hero Academia its credit because I remember when season 2 of My Hero Academia was coming out. Because I remember being caught up back when season 2 was coming out. I remember back then thinking and seeing a lot of people also saying that My Hero Academia is the best New Gen Shonen. Back then, people were saying that. I remember vividly. Everyone was hyping up My Hero Academia so much. People were going as far as to say, "Yo, could My Hero Academia be like eventually end up being better than Naruto?" Like I remember that actually being a discussion like people were having, and I'm there like we're still in the second season, chill. And I'll say the same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. We're still in the second season, chill. Like it's fantastic. Well, I mean, Naruto's like he's got a whole legacy, he has a whole thing behind it. So let's wait to do that, right? Even before Jujutsu Kaisen's fourth or fifth season comes out, and then people are just gonna call it trash, and people are gonna be like, "Remember, Jujutsu Kaisen was called great," but you know what I mean? I don't really know. Well, I mean, I've heard kind of like bad reviews from the recent events in Jujutsu Kaisen manga. Same thing with the My Hero Academia manga, to be fair. But I have a friend in real life who's told me he doesn't fully like the direction the manga is going for Jujutsu Kaisen right now. But can I say the anime has had a fantastic direction, okay? And that's how I'll say. So I want to say right now, might be the best new gen shonen. I think in terms of like from its power system, I think it has one of the best power systems of new gen shonen. I prefer it over like the quirks of My Hero Academia, for example, to the characters, like the intensity. Every episode, like you never know what's gonna happen. Something unexpected happens. In the most recent episode, the guy did the thing, if you know what I mean. He came down from the he came up from the domain expansion and did like a oh, and you're there like what? Why is he here? If you know, you know. If you've seen episode 14 and 15, you'll know. You'll know. I don't want to spoil it because it's incredible, right? Like, so many expected things are happening. It's been amazing. My Hero Academia, back when its second season was coming out, again, like I said, I remember people calling it the best Nichiren shonen, and even I at the time was thinking, yeah, this could just be because this is like 2017, I think, when second season of My Hero Academia. I think it was like 2017. At the time, it didn't have a contender. Black Clover hadn't come out yet. The anime it was going to come out later that year. I think Black Clover came out in like October of 2017. I know because I remember watching Black Clover from episode one, being corrupted from episode one. Um, Fire Force hadn't come out yet. Doctor Stone hadn't come out yet. These other competitors hadn't really come out yet. Even Mob Psycho was only in its first season. If you want to count that as a competitor, I don't know if you count Mob Psycho's. I don't know. It's not like definitely not their standard shonen action shonen, if you wanna call it that. I'm not too sure if I wanna call it that personally. So it really was just like a My Hero Academia sweep at the time. And I remember it even swept the friggin' Crunchyroll awards, even though we all disagreed. Like, okay, give some awards to some other animes. Um, and Just Kaisen did a similar thing back when its first season came out, to be fair, where it swept all the awards. So please, let's just not do that, okay? There are a lot of good anime coming out. It's not just Jujutsu Kaisen and these popular animes. And Demon Slayer has also done a similar thing. And yeah, Demon Slayer is another contender, but that hadn't come out yet at the time when My Hero Academia Season 2 was coming out. And I remember it had a tournament arc in Season 2, which I thought was incredible. I still think it's incredible. I still think it's like one of the better new gen like shonen tournament arcs, right? I mean, just Kaisen hasn't had one yet, but I mean, come on, like if you're an action shonen, you gotta have a tournament arc at some point. Freaking Doctor Stone had a tournament arc as it like a joke thing in season one. I remember that. I think Doctor Stone is actually unironically a valid contender for best new gen shonen. I don't quite think it's on the level of just Kaisen, but I think it's a valid contender. Even though it's out there, it's a little bit of a rogue one. It's been incredible, and this new season, season 3, has been very, very good for Doctor Stone. I actually want to, give props to it. I and I actually want to say, Senku, the main character of Doctor Stone. I want to say Senku Ishigami might be the best new gen shonen protagonist. Because I prefer him. I'm thinking I prefer him over Itadori. I prefer him over this guy. Although Itadori still hasn't had time to cook so far this season. I mean, he's had a really good fight against the Choso guy in episode 13 or something. That was a great fight. but I'm gonna let him cook some more because he could end up being the best one. We'll see. But so far, I want to put Senku as the number one. Deku's never a great protagonist. Asta's good, but I still want to be putting Senku, I think, at the top right now. I think he's such a unique shonen for a short protagonist perspective. He's such a unique protagonist, like with a like not your typical protagonist personality, and also being like the science guy, right? And the whole anime being about science, so interesting. But the way it incorporates shonen action shonen into like this science concept and making it mesh and work and still enjoyable while you also get to learn fun facts about science and stuff. So interesting. I mean, the recent episode of Doctor Stone, and talk about the gyroscopic telescopic effect, for example, right? I was like, they were like, yeah, okay, we're just learning fun facts. While we watch this action shonen concept, and I think that's a fantastic way to learn in general, right? Watching something to enjoy while also learning cool things. I mean, that I think it's great. I think that Doctor Stone is doing is great. I do think it's a very very good anime in general. But yeah, Jujutsu second season. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil it. But Gojo, bro. Satoru Gojo, what a freaking character. And also Geto. I think Geto is probably my favorite character in Jujutsu, and just his character development, the way he changed from like, helping Gojo find his morals, but also him changing to be a bad guy, but like with his like psychology, like his morals, like the way they change. Such great character development, or I guess I don't know if you would call it because typically characters a lot of times characters develop from being bad guys to good guys, right? This is the case where the character develops from being a good guy to a bad guy, and it's so cool how it's done and the way it's incorporated into the movie and the first season, the way you go back and like you see how it was all set up. It's so well done, so well done. The Gojo Best was so good. Toji, what a freaking character! In just 4 episodes, not even 3 episodes or something, he immediately became a go. Immediately. Um, and holy, that entire Gojo past arc is so good. Gojo finding his ability, his full ability, being able to master the reverse curse technique with his normal limitless and six eyes technique, combining the blue and the red, the Akka and the Ao, to make the hollow purple, bro. And the whole scene where he goes throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honor one, goes so hard. That scene goes so hard. I think episode 4 of the second season. That is like episode 3 and episode 4 of Jujutsu second season. Like for me, contenders for like episode of the year, as well as episode 13. Just the Sakuga of Joso versus Yuji. Holy crap, what an episode! But episode 3 and episode 4, the whole Gojo stuff. First Toji shooting. I don't wanna say anything else. But hey, it goes crazy. It goes so hard. I think Jujutsu has been fantastic. So definitely, like for me, honestly, just not just definitely contender for anime of the season and even anime of the year. I'd go so far as to say even that. Yes, it's been amazing, and I can't wait. 23 episodes, so we still have like 8 episodes left. I think it's going to adapt entirely to Shibuya arc. So yeah, we're now about halfway through the Shibuya arc in the anime. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying it a lot. Next, we have Mushoku Tensei. Now, my rating says it all. I mean, I don't rate things to be 9 out of 10 easily. Okay, like if I rate you 9 out of 10, that means that I'm praising you highly, very very highly. Now I'm pretty sure the common rating is lower than it is for the first season, and I think I know why. I think I know why people don't rate this season as highly. But I think this season is incredible. But I understand why, for my anime list user standards, by like other anime fan standards, I understand why it's not rated as highly. But we'll start with it. So Mushoku Tensei season 2, I think this is also anime of the season contender, at least sequel wise. We're talking sequels because like I think we have to differentiate between sequels that are known to be great and then like new animes, like Zone 100 being like a new anime. I think Zone 100 is contender for new anime of the season, but I don't think it's contender for anime of the season in general because I do think Jujutsu and Mushoku Tensei are so much better than it that it doesn't quite fall into that category of best anime of the season. But I do think it falls into the category of contention for best anime of the season that is like a new anime, like not a sequel. So for Mushoku Tensei, um, For one thing, they dialed down on the animation, and compared to the first season, right? It's still good. It's still like very very acceptable, right? Like you're not gonna watch it and go, "Oh, this is bad animation." It's just like season one's animation, yo, they went ham. That was like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in anime. Like the animation of season one, which I can say, incredible, insanity. They went in every single episode. They went in on that. So season two, not being as good as in animation wise, it's not even like a downplay to the season. It's honestly not. Like it's if you watch the some of the animation sequences this season, you'll go and you're like, what's the issue with this? This is just completely fine because it is. It's completely fine. It's good. Like I would even say it's good. It's better than average. It's definitely better than average, right? It's still really really good. It's just that the first season was top tier. Like it's some of the best animation you could get in an anime in general from the first season. Uh, and that was absolutely incredible. But I don't think that's the only reason why it has a lower rating. I do think animation has a part to play. I think another thing is the way the story was kind of like dialed down and slowed down to focus a lot on Rudy's character. And you know me, I'm a character person. If you have good characters in a story, I'm in. I don't care like about much else. And this season was very much a character in like going more in depth into Rudy's character, especially the first couple episodes, more in depth into Rudy's character as well as Sylphie's character and stuff. Like there wasn't as much like progression in that sense as much as season one. I mean, season one we went from him being a baby to him being like 13 years old. Here we only went like 2 years, something like he went from being 13 to being 15, be 16. Not like much happened like plot wise in that sense. It was very much a character study and character just him growing as a person was more than anything this season, and obviously struggling with erectile dysfunction the entire season. But that ending to the entire season, I like one of my favorite parts of this season. I like how the entire season followed a in Norwegian we call it like a red thread, like a thread. Yeah, like every episode felt like a continuation of previous episode. And episode 12, I feel perfectly went back and went full circle to reference what happened back in episode one, like the first couple episodes, to reference back on it and to finish the deal for Rudy's character, like complete the ribbon. Like it was so well done, just like thematically and I feel like character wise, and that's why I think this season was amazing. I think this season from that perspective, I think because I don't care about animation that much, so I think this season is equally as good as season one. I don't think season one is better than this season. I think it's equally as good. I think season one was amazing. Season one has better animation, but better animation alone doesn't make a season better for me. I think for me, like the characters, the way it's done, the way the themes are followed, the way I was hooked every single episode of this season. I was hooked. My face was glued to the screen. It was incredible. I cannot give enough props to Mushu Tensei. It's incredible. Don't let the ecchi tag fool you. Now there is ecchi. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is ecchi, but like, don't let it fool you. It's so much deeper than that. I mean, you know what I mean. Don't you know? It's anime. Get used to the ecchi. Come on now. Like the actual character study. And yes, he's also struggling with erectile dysfunction, right? So he's obviously struggling to get banged. And you know what I mean. Like that's an actual important plot point. And like you'd think, oh, typically in an anime they would play something like that off as a joke, but in Mushoku Tensei it's taken seriously. Like, yeah, I've erectile dysfunction. Like this is like bad. Like I need to fix this. And it's like Mushoku Tensei doesn't fully play it off as a joke. Like at times you might feel like it's a joke, like you want to laugh at Rudy because like how he's struggling with erectile dysfunction, but you don't laugh at him. Like it's extremely serious. I never laughed at him for having issues in bed. Like I never want, and it never felt like throughout the entire show that it was ever trying to portray his ED as like a comedic bit, right? Yes, his pervertness is, yes, some of like his like the Roxy like underwear and all that, yes, but specifically the ED part wasn't like really played off as a joke from the very beginning. It was gruesome. Now I said most probably just guessing, but maybe I'll do a little bit from Tensei here. But I do recommend watching it anyway. I feel like with Rudy, like bro tried to. He actually tried to commit suicide. Like that was the thing when he tried to get in bed with. I don't know if she's here. She's not here. Okay, she's not even in the poster because she only appeared in the first. Because the first 3 4 episodes were about Rudy. Like before he went to this to this university to study magic. So he was kind of like after his break off with Eris in the first season, right? Rudy was still like in this like in this period of time. He like was an adventurer, joined guilds and stuff. So he met this girl named Sarah, helped her out. They became friends. Eventually, became really close friends, and he went to bed with her. And then he got ED, right? And she wasn't happy about it because she thought he didn't like her, right? Because I mean, you know what I mean. He has ED. Why is he not getting hard? Because he doesn't like her. Okay, all right. Then she leaves, and then she gets angry with him, and she gets angry with him again when Rudy says some dumb stuff. She slaps him, and everyone sees it, and everyone's like, "Oh, Rudy, what are you doing?" And Rudy takes a knife and he's about to commit. He's about to commit suicide right there. I mean, he was stopped, but still, you got really close. It was like it's not supposed to be taken as a joke. Like he was actually that depressed, that down bad that he was actually gonna go through with it. But yeah, we had our boy help him out, which was actually turned out to be a great character out of nowhere. Soldat, yeah, that was his name. Because he started off as like this douche. He thought he was a douche, but then like you see more of his like actual true person, and that's what I love about Mushoku Tensei. You get to see like people's actual characters. Like characters feel real. They don't feel like gag characters to fit in the story that's there for comedic purposes. Like even Solda, he 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 has his own way of living, and the way he like looked at Ruby, the way he changed his mind about Ruby felt very, very realistic. He felt like a very realistic character that fit into the as a puzzle piece in the entire thing, and I think it's so well done. Um, and yeah, eventually he got an invitation to study magic out here because Rudy is still a magic friggin' prodigy. He's essentially a prodigy, right? He's incredible. So he goes to study magic and does a bunch of different things. Meets Sylphie. Eventually, these things with the 80 where stuff happens, but I don't want to spoil it too much. I already talked a little bit about what happens at the start. But yeah, I thought this was incredible. I already talked about how the characters were great, how the theme followed up, how Rudy Rudy in episode 1 of this season and episode 12 this season are like two completely separate characters. Like he grew so much, but every episode it's like he doesn't change that much per episode. But by episode 12, you notice that he's drastically different than he was in episode 1. I mean, there is an episode 0 as well. So I think it's 13 episodes in total because there's an episode 0, quote unquote. But I think Mal probably released it as like a special thing. Anyway, so with Rudy, um, in episode between episode 1 and episode 2, it's not like he changes that much. He changes a little bit, maybe it's like a little bit of change. Episode 2, episode 2, episode 3, and 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. Like it's like slow changes which feel natural. It feels like everything makes sense. He feels like a real person. And episode 12, you realize, yo, Rudy's a completely different person now, right? Like he was so damn bad at the start of the season, and now he's like okay, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like okay, right? But it happens so slow and so naturally, and at no point did you feel like the pacing was off, because it was like a kind of slow things down with the season, and I think that's part of why it has such a low score because it was like a slower season to develop Rudy's character more than anything. I feel like this is very much a Rudy like focus season, and then like a Rudy like focusing on the characters. Whereas season 1, I feel like advanced the plot way more, advanced the chronological order of the years and stuff way more than this season did. So yeah, I thought it was incredible. 9 out of 10. I've and honestly, maybe even closer to 10 out of 10. Oh, wait, we'll pause. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Core 2 is going to come out next year. We'll see. I'm excited for Core 2 to come out in spring of 2024. But not quite 10 out of 10. But I will say it has become after the second season. It has become my favorite isekai. So yeah, nah, because before the second season, it was ReZero. Like I was giving ReZero its praises. Right, I thought ReZero was fantastic, and I still think it's fantastic. By the way, second favorite still. But yeah, Mushoku Tensei, it's gone hard. I can't lie, it's gone hard. So yeah. Um, Next, we have an anime that's not a sequel. It's an original anime, Zone 100. As you can clearly tell by me having watched 9 episodes and not all of it, I dropped it. Now I'm joking. It's had production issues. Obviously, did not drop it. It's had a lot of production issues. So, episode 10, 11, and 12 have not come out yet. Um, hopefully, things are going well with their Buck Films. Hopefully, they can get these episodes out. But hopefully, also they're able to schedule anime better for next time, right? I mean, if there's going to be issues with um, getting the last couple episodes out. Like it's similar to think from Uncle from Another World happened. It was going to be like if the anime is not finished before the season starts, or at least most for the most part, maybe it was, I don't know. Then maybe they could have debated like uh waiting to release this anime until the fall season. Maybe if this anime had released in the fall season, they might have been able to release episode 10, 11, and 12 on time. But yeah, it's had production issues. But yeah, it's still a good anime. I don't love it, but it's still a good anime, right? Zombie anime. This guy who's got absolutely destroyed in his at his work, right? Had to work so much overtime and all that. And then finally, the zombie breaking out was like the best thing that's ever happened in his life because now he's free, woo, yay! And now he's got a bucket of 100 things. Get it? Bucket list, some 100 things to do before he, gets succumbs to the zombie apocalypse. And then he meets a bunch of different characters, right? He meets this girl, forgot her name. This guy, forgot his name, but his name is Akira. That's how I remember. What's her name? I'd say we're here. Beautiful. Oh yeah, he does mean a beautiful coworker. I forgot their names, but yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's very comedic and cool concept for a zombie anime. I don't think it's anything super incredible, so I don't really have much else to talk about it too deeply. But yeah, it's fun. It's cool. I feel like a lot of other people will have a lot more to say about this anime compared to me, but I don't really, especially because it's not even finished yet. So why don't we get to its conclusion? It ended off on a treehouse episode, in episode 9, I think. So yeah, he does meet his boss again, and he's like the signs of trauma are still there because he still struggles. But then he got over it, and he's back. Now he's met his parents. That's good for him. Yeah. So it's fun. I don't think there's much else to say about it though. It's good and fun. I don't quite think it's as good as Mushoku Tensei or Jujutsu Kaisen, so I don't think it's like best time of the season or anything like that. But it's definitely a contender when it comes to like the newer anime because like I feel like with the newer anime, I think the original anime that come out this season that there aren't sequels. I feel like there aren't that strong contenders other than like a few, which we'll get to as when we'll get to them. Next we have Horimiya Peace. Now Horimiya Peace, I actually didn't watch it. I watched the first season of Horimiya. It does actually, is that say Horimiya? Wow, let's go. Yeah, I watched the Horimiya, the original Horimiya. I never watched Peace. I know it's like a side story thing that adapts like in between episodes of like from episode 1 to 12, like unadapted manga content, I think. So it expands a lot more on the characters, on the main characters, and on the side characters as well. I'm assuming. Yeah, but I didn't watch it mostly because I felt like I was satisfied with what I got from Holy Me in the first season. I was satisfied with the story. I was satisfied with the romance. thought it was a good conclusion. And yeah, sure you could have had more scenes to expand on the characters, but I feel like at that point, at least for me, I would have enjoyed it more having it be like a 24 episode thing rather than being a 13 episode thing, if that makes sense. Like a 24 episode where we have these scenes from this piece thing combined into it. Because Ranking the Kings did a similar thing where it released the main anime and then it had like a spin off anime with like side episodes that expand on the story and stuff. And I understand why I didn't incorporate it to the main season because it probably would have like halted the pacing in many ways. But I still realize that I personally am not a big fan of that kind of format of releasing like a separate anime with like episodes between episodes of the original season. So yeah, I ended up not watching this because of Ranking the Kings for the most part because of what happened there. But it might have been great. I mean, it has a high rating. I said Mushoku Tensei doesn't have as high of a rating. That's still a very high rating. Can I just say that? Having above an above 8 rating on Mal is generally like a high rating. That means like you probably at least a solid anime, right? 8.32 is pretty high. Like it's still a very very good rating. And I just had it lower rating compared to the first season. I think the first season is like an 8.6, 8.7 rating, like very, very high rating. Look at JJK, 8.85. That's an extremely high rating. This rating is only like reserved for the top of the top anime. Like, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 is probably like in the top 100 anime right now, ranking wise, because 8.85 is a very high rating. So 8.24 is still a very, very good rating, right? 8.74 for Bleach as well is very, very high. So yeah, let's talk about Bleach then, because now that we're here, while we're at it, um, I don't think this was as good as the first core of Bleach of the Thousand Year Blood War arc. It's still it's still great. nice to see all the different captains and peeps fighting against the Queen season now and trying to get back. And nice to see Squad Zero also going on the attack and Yowak finally going on attack a little bit. But I still think the first score is better, most because of like all the plot twists, all the craziness, like all out of nowhere. Learn about Ichigo's family and all that. I thought that was nuts, and all seeing all the captains die, and then Yamamoto and the way he went crazy. Yeah. I still think the first score is better, so that's why I don't rate it as highly as the first score. As you can see, I rated an 8. The first score, I believe, I rated a 9, because I do think the first crew of this season was the best Bleach has ever been ever, even including the original Bleach series. But what I will say, one thing I will say about one thing I will say about the first core is that like at the time I thought it was like at the time it was the first core was so good. I think I rated it as the best anime that came out during that season, which is funny because that season was hell stacked. That was the fall 2022 season, I believe. Now we're in the summer 2023 season. The fall 22 season, I rated that Bleach as a season as like the best Bleach has ever been ever, and it was the best of the season. Now a much less stacked season, and I don't quite think Bleach is the best anime this season. I do think JJK, for example, and Mushoku Tensei will top it. I think both of these two are not just like the contenders for best anime this season, Mushoku Tensei and Jujutsu Kaisen, but I also think that they are also contenders for best anime of the year as well. But we'll see when we get there. So yeah, more fighting, more stuff. If you know Bleach, you know what's going on. I don't think I have to tell you what's going on with Bleach. But yeah, I liked it. I liked the fights. Still like the amazing production that they're doing for Bleach. I'm glad they're doing it justice. I'm glad that, according to manga readers as well, that they're actually expanding on the manga and adding more scenes and making it more fleshed out and making the story make more sense. So hopefully they don't rush the ending like they did with the manga, as according to manga readers, and hopefully it ends well. I'm hoping for a good ending for Bleach. Hopefully, yeah. Next, let's get to Watashi no Shiawase Nakekon, which can be translated to My Happy Marriage. This anime is called the anime is called My Happy Marriage. I don't know if this is directly translated to My Happy Marriage. Let's see. Watashi no Shiawase means my happy, right? Shiawase is happiness, and then Watashi no is just I am or my thing. You know what I mean? So Watashi no Shiawase, and then if Kekon means marriage, then I guess it would mean my happy marriage. Yeah, happy marriage. Watashi no shiawase na kekkon. So I'm assuming that's what it translates directly, but I don't know what kekkon means. I do know shiawase means happiness. That's and watashi is obviously I or my or you know prefix for I, like saying yourself. Talk about yourself. But yeah, this is a very good romance anime, probably the best romance anime of this season. Also had some supernatural elements to it, which was interesting because like it was like yeah, it was apparent from episode one that it was had magical and fantasy elements to it, but I didn't realize until episode like 4 or 5. I was like, okay, wow, okay, it was really supernatural. They were going more hand with it than I thought. Yeah, great marriage anime. I think it's very very good. Best, like I said, best romance of the season. Um, I don't, I don't know what else I can add to it. Um, can I say anything more about these two characters? I mean, maybe if you've never watched it, I can tell what it's about. Maybe, but at that point, you should probably just read the synopsis or watch a trailer or something. But yeah, this, but yeah, this girl gets engaged to this guy. Um, and she comes from like a family that hasn't treated her well. She has like a stepsister and stuff, and then we find out that well, I don't want to say too much more, but watch it for yourself. It's a romance, but basically, right, like she gets engaged to this guy who doesn't even know initially, and then this guy has had a lot of unsuccessful marriages in the past. Like she wasn't the first person he was engaged to, but then like so then he meets her and he's not expecting much, but then like things like get really steamy because he's like, wait, why did I say steamy? That was probably not the right adjective. But things get interesting because like he actually falls for her and he's like, okay, well she's actually like really cool, and okay, like she starts really liking her. He starts really liking her because she has like a very special situation going on for her, and her entire like engagement to him was like a a whole special condition for her life. I don't want to say I can't say too much, but yeah, it's good. It's a yeah, it's a romance, has some drama in it too, so you might enjoy it. It's on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix. It wasn't released anywhere else. So it's not an ONA, is it? No, it's a TV anime, isn't it? Is it an ONA? Why does it not say? Do I have to like make a new tab? Let's see. Is it an ONA or a TV anime? I think it's TV anime, but was released on Netflix. Does it say? Oh, it's getting a second season as well, which I put on plan to watch. Okay, good to know. It's a novel. The source is a novel, but is it an ONA or not? TV. It's a TV. So it did release on TV, but it was on Netflix as well. It released on Netflix, so that's where I watched it. Okay. Yeah. Next, Monster Queen's Revenge. I did not watch the first season, and I already know about this degeneracy. I am not watching this. This is not the anime for me, man. Um, but y'all can go ahead and enjoy this. The glasses girl, the girl who keeps losing her glasses. Come on, bro. I watched the first 2 or even 3 episodes of this, and I just couldn't handle it. She is way too dumb. It was not funny. She's way too dumb. She cannot be forgetting her glasses that much. And I know I got laser eye surgery, so I might not be able to speak on this as much as I used to be able to. But there's no way when you walk outside and you're not wearing glasses, you don't notice. Hey, I can't see anything. I gotta go back inside get my glasses. There's no you forget your glasses every single day. That's stupid. The only theory that works is that she's purposely trying to get like closer to. She can actually see a little bit, and she's trying to get closer to him, like physically, and like he's trying to be like more romantic. That's the only explanation, but it's dumb. I don't care. Next, we have I believe Rent a Girlfriend. The third season. Holy crap! It's the third season. Yeah, more degenerate stuff. Y'all know I ain't watching that stuff. Actually, I could watch degenerate stuff, but not Masakumi Kun's Revenge and Rent a Girlfriend type of degeneracy. I watch different types of degeneracy. This is bad degeneracy, okay? Bungo Stray Dogs has a fifth season, which is actually nuts. 5 seasons. 5 seasons of Bingo Stray Dogs. 8.67, very high rating. So people like this. I remember people saying this was a very good season for Bingo Stray Dogs. Uh, but yeah, I remember the third season came out. When the third season was announced, it came out. It's already now in its fifth season. It's up there. I know it's a shonen anime, action shonen, but I watched the first couple of episodes of the first season. Didn't really hook me in, so I never ended up watching it. This is back when season 3 didn't exist yet. It was only first and second season. This is years and years ago. So only season 2 existed at the time. Watched the first couple episodes, I was not hooked. So yeah, but now it's on season 5. People are enjoying it. People are saying it was a good season. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on it. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. I never ended up watching this. I watched the first episode, but I wasn't hooked. I thought it was kind of eh. Liar Liar. I did watch this, and I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. It was terrible. It's trash, but like it's so trash that it's funny. Like it's actually funny. I just laughed at how bad it is. It's bad, but it's like funny. Like the whole game concept is so funny. So this is the type of anime like you don't want to watch this on your own. Like you watch this with friends, and you can all laugh at how dumb everything is. So yeah, I would give it like a rating of 4 out of 10. And the only reason I gave it a 4 is because of how funny it is. Like it's just so funny. But it's not great. Uh, so yeah. All right. Next we have I did not watch this. I did not watch this. So let's talk about On That Girl Murder Frost. Now this anime was surprisingly good. Um, Surprisingly so. It's a detective anime, well, mystery, yeah, mystery detective anime. Main characters are detectives. Now it has a lot of reference to actual detectives, right? And also not just detectives, but all sorts of like peeves. You know what I mean? Like the main character is like this guy, and he carries like a head, a head, a girl that's immortal, but she's only a head, and she's a vampire that's lived for a long time. I think. Wait, no, she's not a vampire. What am I talking about? She's an immortal being, but she's not quite a vampire. He's like a orc, half or not orc, half. What's it called again? Half, whatever. And then the girl that's only has her maid that helps her out. And yeah, they do detective work. They make each other detective work because like they team up because like they can help each other. He can help kill her. No wait, no, the opposite. Wait, no, yeah, he can help get her body back, and she can help kill him because he wants to die. If I remember correctly. I think that was the deal between them in the first couple episodes, and yeah, they meet a bunch of different like different like known peeps like Moriarty. They meet Sherlock. They meet they even friggin' Jack the Ripper is there. Like all sort of like well-known peeps, right? And they do stuff, a lot of mystery stuff. The last arc I think was a little bit long. The last couple episodes, the arc was too long. I think it could have been shorter. Other than that, I think it was a good little mystery anime. I enjoyed it. Nothing super incredible, but I thought it was surprisingly good. When I watched the trailer and when I read the synopsis, I didn't think it was gonna be that good of a detective anime. But detective anime typically are decent. Typically, like it for somehow detective animes don't easily miss. They can miss, but they don't always easily miss. They can. Well, I mean, from what I've seen at least, right? I mean, I feel like a lot of other types of anime will miss a lot more frequently than detective animes do. But there's also not that many detective anime coming up per season. There's maybe like only one per season typically. Right now in the fall season we have one detective anime that's uh that is like Kamonohashi, Ron Kamonohashi guy. That's also basically Sherlock and Watson, but like he's got the Geass power of Lelouch. So I like to call it Sherlock of the Rebellion. But yeah. Next, uh, the second season of That Was a Part Timer. Fantastic, am I right, y'all? So yeah, the difference between Hataraku Mao-sama with two Utropstein, man. Two exclamation marks. That's what it is in English. Two exclamation marks. And Ataraku Mao-san with one exclamation mark is that the one with two exclamation marks is a follow-up, a second season to the first season with the one exclamation mark. Except now they for some reason call the one with the two exclamation mark the second season of that they called it the second season. So it's a second season of a second season. It's dumb. I don't know why they're doing this, but whatever. It was as always. It was mid. Like yeah, it's mid. I don't have much to talk about it. Just like the first season or the first season of the second season. Okay, because I don't. This naming convention is so freaking dumb. I don't know why they did this, but okay. The first season was also pretty mid. This season was also really mid. I mean, yeah, it really lacks the magic that the original Devil's a Part Timer did. So if you don't watch it, I don't know. You can watch it if you want. I don't think it's particularly good. I think if you're a big fan of Devil's a Part Timer, really like the characters, especially like their dynamics, I think you can find enjoyment in this. Otherwise, just stick to the first season. I think that's the way to go. Vending Machine Isekai. I watched the first two episodes, I think. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be dumb. I just watched the first episodes because like you know what I mean. But I was hoping it would be like so bad that I'd find it fun. It revert to being funny and good again. But it just didn't happen. Unlike Liar Liar, it didn't pan out. It was just kind of eh. So I never watched the rest of the season. Dark Gathering, I never finished that one either. I did watch the first three episodes. I think. Two, I think some of these I'm gonna give like a 2 episode rule. Some of them I'm gonna give a 3 episode rule. I don't know. Dark, I think I gave it like a 2 or 3 episodes. I just couldn't handle it, man, bro. I couldn't, man. The little girl, the art style is like way too cutesy for me to find anything horrific about it, like any horror stuff, and I didn't enjoy it too much anyway. So yeah, for me, I dropped it. Rurouni Kenshin. Now this is an interesting one. This has been coming out this season, and it's still coming out in the fall season, right? Because it's a two core. Um, I've actually surprisingly enough enjoyed it. I think, and it has a solid rating for being a remake like this. Has a solid rating. 7.66 is not to laugh at. It's not terrible. It's been an actual good anime. I'm not gonna say it's been a good remake. I'm gonna say been a good anime because I haven't seen the original, so I cannot compare it to its predecessors or its live action movie or anything like that. Movies, I think. But I will say this has been incredible. I've really enjoyed it. And with a lot of these remake adaptations of old anime, I've actually enjoyed it. The Say Yatsura one I really enjoyed, and now this Kenshin by Liden Films has been good. I've been watching it. I'm still watching episode 18. It's been good. Like it's like old school shonen, but and they do a good job of like keeping it feel like old school shonen while also having it be like this new style of art and animation, which is all the rage obviously nowadays. You could say help OC, but yeah, finally nice to get some foot into the Rurouni Kenshin story, because this is one of the most popular anime from the 90s, right? One of the most popular franchises. Now, it has its controversy with the mangaka, the author. We all know about it. If you don't know about it, you can look it up. I don't want to talk about it here. That's not the point of this video. We're gonna separate this anime from the creator, and I think that's probably one big reason why it's not as popular as it could be and as it used to be. I think the mangaka definitely is ruined the reputation of the series, but the actual anime is good. I like Kenshin as a character, surprisingly so. I didn't think I'd like him as much, because I typically can have like a weird hit and miss relationship with characters that are like a very like pacifist, not pacifist, kind of pacifist in a way like, oh yeah, life breathing sword. That's what he keeps talking about. But actually, really like Kenshin. My favorite pacifist character is obviously Thorfinn, but Thorfinn is insanely written. Now, Kenshin is not on that level yet, but Thorfinn is insanely well written with his whole pacifist ideology. I think that worked perfectly. But a lot of times I'll have like a hidden relationship with them. Like the Trigon main character, what's his name again? Vash. I'm not the biggest fan of his like whole pacifist thingy. I'm okay with his character, but I don't particularly like him. I think Kenshin is good though. I really like the whole Kenshin ideology, and he's not afraid to fight people to defend the people he cares about, right? And he and this Kaoru, she has her life sword. You have Zanza or I forgot his name. I think I just call him Zanza. The little kid, where is he? Yeah, the kid Yahiko, I think. Yeah, I like the characters. It definitely feels like an old school shonen, and I'm here for it. I'm here to watch Kenshin, and I hope they continue with the sequel. I hope this, you know, is I hope this does well enough to receive a second season so I can watch Rurouni Kenshin in anime form, in this remake form. I want to get to the Shisho arc. I know who Shisho is. I know he's like a very popular villain from this anime. So I'm excited to get him. I don't think we'll get him in this season. I think he's like a season 2 character. I think he's like in the next arc. I'm excited to get him. I hope they adapt the entire manga because I know the original anime did not do that. And yeah, I'll be watching it. Kind of like Shaman King. Shaman King was not as good of an adaptation. That was kind of a bad mid adaptation. I'm not gonna say for so bad, but definitely not a great adaptation. This has been a good adaptation though, in comparison. Shaman King was a little bit rough, a little bit like not the best pacing. But yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I've been liking it. I'm excited to see what's going to come next. So far, we've just had mostly introductory episodes. It's been very episodic, but I'm excited for episode the next season where we'll get like a full arc. Like finally, we'll start to get like what Runikash is all about, because that's apparently according to what people have been saying. Okay. This time I remember it being very etchy. Yeah, it does say etchy. Kyoshitsu, so I never ended up finishing it. This time I remember being extremely mid for the first episode. Like the first like 10 minutes of the first episode, I'm like, I'm not into this. This one did not watch. This one skipped. High rating though. Was it actually good? I skipped this after the first 5 minutes of the first episode. I'm like, this is too ridiculous. I'm out. But apparently it has a high rating, so maybe it might have been good. I don't know what this is. I don't think I watched it at all. I think I skipped that. Temple is etchy. I remember this. I did not even watch. I think I watched the trailer or maybe like the first part of the first episode. I don't remember. But yeah, I skipped that. Hulk, I watched. Holy crap! Why is Hulk so low on this list, popularity wise? I watched Hulk. This was good. I don't know why I haven't scored it. I haven't written here that I watched it. I did watch Hulk. So let's score it right now as we speak. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Oh, this I'm still. You cannot mark as completed. What? Oh, it's still airing. Oh, right. Because I only watched the first 12 episodes. Right. Yeah. Because I watched only. I didn't finish watching. Right. That makes a lot of sense. Duh. Um. Then I'm not gonna add it to the list. But I guess I can give it like a 6, maybe a 7 rating. Because it's funny, but it's not like completely my comedy. There's some comedic scenes here and there. It was good from the sense that like it has a good like I feel like widespread enjoyment, which is why I'm surprised it's not as like more popular. Because I feel like if it could be like a fun night for a lot of people to watch, but it definitely struggled with like I feel like with animation. I think it deserved a higher budget on that front. I don't know about deserved, but I mean depends on who you ask whether it deserved it or not. But yeah, It was good. It was okay. I didn't love it. Like I say, 6 out of 10. Like it's better than average. I liked it, but it's not nothing too incredible for me to write home about. It's not an anime that I'm gonna be thinking about for the years to come to that degree. Like I remember having watched at least half of it, the first 12 episodes. I don't think I'll be watching the rest. I think I'm good off of Helk. I think I got what I wanted from this anime from the first 12 episodes. I'm not even gonna add it on my list. Or if I am, I'm gonna add it like to saying dropped. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can say I dropped that after 12 episodes. I guess because I did watch the first 12 episodes. Let's just do this. Submit that. Here we go. But yeah, there we go. Shinigami. I think it's the second season. Yeah, I didn't watch the first season, and I didn't watch the first season, and I didn't watch this. Do you have any other anime to talk about? This is the Otome game one, right? Yeah, I didn't watch this. This is the guy who makes like freaking. I watched the first couple episodes of this. This guy who makes freaking pastries, I think, or like sweet stuff. He makes pies and cakes and stuff. He was because he got isekai, like he's a chef or no, not chef, like a isekai, and basically his name is now Pace, and he does stuff, but he's also like a good. He's also like a military like kid that helps his dad out with like military stuff, and he's just like his knowledge of food and stuff to as his advantage, which is fun from that front. But yeah, I'm not particularly the biggest fan of this. This anime was wholesome, it was good, but not to the point where I wanted to actually watch all 12 episodes of it. But yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes. It was nice. I got enough content from what I wanted from it, like this from the first couple episodes. I think I got all the introduction of her character, the blue hair girl, and I stopped at that episode, which might have been episode 3 actually. I don't know. Next, Rise of No Atelier. This is a game adaptation. I didn't really watch it. Not particularly high rated because yeah, that's typically what happens in game adaptations. They're not all super well received. The same thing happened with Nier. Did Nier even ever finish? I know it had production issues, but did that anime ever finish? Did it finally like release its final episodes? Because I know Uncle from Another World finally did, and I ended up watching the final episode. And I know that one other anime did, and I know Zone 100 is struggling for production issues as well. But I wonder what happened with Nier. Okay, anyway, did not watch this. Did not watch. Well, I watched the first couple episodes of the first because I remember. I think I talked about this anime, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, when it came out last year or whatever. I talked about this in a video that I did like similar to this one, and I said that I watched the first couple episodes, but then I dropped it. So similar concept here. Part two, the second core of it. Obviously, I haven't watched it if I didn't watch the first course, so no, I did not watch this. I did watch the first episode, I think, but I wasn't particularly interested. Did not watch this, did not watch this. And I think that's it for this season. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Did not watch the first season of this because it was kind of like for the first couple episodes, I think. So yeah, obviously I'm not gonna watch the second season either. I think is this another video game? No, it's not a video game adaptation. So what is this? I forget. I didn't. Yeah, I don't think I watched anything else here. But I watched the first couple episodes of multiple things here. I think I watched the first episode of this and of this. Did not watch Fully Coolly, and holy crap, that's a low rating. Well, is it CGI? I think it's CGI. I think CGI. It's not just because it's CGI. It's also because it's bad. I know, but CGI in for my list rankings will always be low rated. It's always going to be like a 6 point whatever rating, regardless of how good the actual anime is. Um, I mean, we'll see. How high it is Beastars or Trigon Stampede? We'll see. I don't know. But I feel like those would have been high rated if they were 2D animated. I know that for a fact. Mononogatari second season. Okay, I guess it got a second season. I dropped the first season anyway, so yeah. I'm not gonna watch this. Who's that? Yo, what interesting character design though. Okay. Okay, good character designs. I'll give it that. But yeah, Aaron Yeager's still going at it. uh, music anime to promote Bang Dream. Holy crap. 8.2 rating. The people who are into this really, really like it. I'll give them that. Yeah, I didn't watch anything else from this season. I don't think there's anything else to talk about other than Link Click, perhaps? Link Click, I think, should be in the ONA section. Yes, sir. Now, Link Click, as incredible as this season Link Click was, 7 might be a bit harsh. I don't think it was as good as the first season. It started off so well. The first couple episodes were very, very, very good. But I think eventually, like, the whole story of the girl and the boy didn't fully hook me. Not the twin. I was gonna say twins, but they're not twins. I'm pretty sure they're not. Um, it didn't fully hook me. So yeah, I didn't end up enjoying it that much, but it's still very, very good. Still incredible opening, can I just say that as well? And yeah. I don't have much else to say about it. Still high recommend Link Click, especially the first season. The first season, I feel like Link Click worked very well as an episodic thing. The second season was all completely like a long like explanation of like a long like thing of like you know what was going on at the end of the first season. Because the end of the first season we got a huge cliffhanger ending, and this second season explained that, and it left us with another cliffhanger ending at the end of this season. So it's probably going to get a season three. I'm not sure if it's announced or not. I don't know. There were some talks about maybe getting a season three, but yeah, because it should have. Because season two left us on its cliffhanger, but the season two cliffhanger for me, it wasn't as cliffhanger as the first season cliffhanger. First season cliffhanger, I was like, yo. Season two cliffhanger, I'm like, okay, but I also wasn't as hooked into like the way the story went and all that stuff in the season. So yeah, that's that for me. Hanma Bucky's got another season. Yeah, yeah. She was a Valkyria. This is Record of Ragnarok, right? Yeah. Record of Ragnarok got a second season and got a part two for the second season, which is just core two. I think it's 5 episodes. It's only 5 episodes. I think it's so. I don't like Crunchyroll's naming conventions with stuff like this. Why is it called part two? Like, it's just part of the second season. It's just released at a separate point in time. It did that with Spy Family. It did that also with as you can saw with that was a part timer. Like called it season two, even though it's the second season. The second it makes no sense. I think it's though. Toriko Kawaii got like some spin-off thing. I don't really know. King of Nashra, I didn't watch this. Mignon, yo, that friggin' poster is interesting. Okay, yeah, right. Bastard got a second season as well. Good openings, both the first, second season, and second season opening, but especially the first season opening. Holy god, the opening is incredible. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about any of this. I'm not gonna. Yeah, 17's got like a part two for something. I don't really know. This is all to set up. I'm pretty sure the Fortnite Apocalypse that is currently airing this season, the fall season. Yeah. Not much to talk about here. We got some Chinese anime, I believe. If you do have some Chinese anime which are called Donghua, by the way, for anyone wondering. Fun fact. Some Chinese anime here and there. As well as some. I'm sure some of these are also Korean anime. I'm not too sure which was which. This is a high rating though. This might be a good dogma. That's a high rating. This seems Chinese to me. This as well. I don't think this is neat dumb. Okay, well, let's just leave that there. I think this is Chinese as well. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. This is Japanese. Hinotori, this is Japanese. Yeah, okay, I could yeah, but okay. Runamonu. This is Chinese as well, looks like. Was fourth season of a Chinese donghua anime, donghua, whatever. Kyokai Senki. This is Japanese, surely. This name's Japanese. These names are like Chinese. That Kyokai Senki sounds like a Japanese anime. Sunrise Beyond, okay. So yeah, more anime ONA stuff. They're not super popular. We don't need to talk about them because I haven't watched them. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Holy crap, a lot of Dongua's been released. A lot of Dongua. Oh, here we go. OVA, Azur Lane. That's it. That's the only OVA we got. Alright, cool. Azur Lane OVA, y'all. It's a game, pretty sure it's a gacha game on your mobile phones. I don't play it. It's pretty popular though, so I've heard about it. Movies, we had some movies that come out. Alex told Teresa, I know it's high. It's low rated, but it has a lot of popularity. Studio Mappa makes sense. Now I know why it's so popular. I was like, why are 70K people watching this movie that's so low rated? Studio Mappa. So I'm guessing it probably had good animation, but might not have been a good movie in general. Because there's a lot of big studios that will do that. Might come up with a movie that's very popular because it's the studio, maybe, but it might not be that good of a movie by as its own thing. Like with Studio Reese Bubble, fantastic animation. Holy crap, those are the most beautiful things I've ever seen. But the story, the whole romance stuff was trash. Like the movie's bad. Just, the animation is the only reason I watch it to the end. Like, oh, that's you know what I mean. Just seeing how beautifully animated it was. Um, this. No, I didn't watch any of these movies. Hibiki Euphonium got a movie. Okay, there you go. I never watched the Hibiki Euphonium. I should. Sounds like the type of anime I'd enjoy, but I never watched it. A lot of different Sandland. Yeah, this is the Toriyama manga, is it not? That's finally been adapted, right? I think it's like a Toriyama manga that's maybe adapted. You can see the art style. It's a clearly Akira Toriyama art style. Sana, it's supposed to be released August 18th, 2023. It doesn't have any rating, so if it hasn't been released in the West yet, I don't really know why it doesn't have a rating. Maybe it hasn't been, maybe it's been delayed or something. I don't know. I'm not super particularly interested in watching it, but I'm not against watching it either. Akira Toriyama he can do he's doing his thing. He can cook. Um, sure. No, this is not Project anime that I haven't watched. I've heard of some of them, but I haven't watched them. Special, yeah, Mushoku because this was released as a special. This is episode 0 of Mushoku Tensei. Got it. Fate Strange Fake. I've not watched this yet. It is on my plan to watch. It is on my list and everything. I have not watched this yet. So unfortunately enough, I actually cannot give you guys a review for this. It's like a 1 minute 50 minute one episode special thing. Came out a couple of months back. I just never got around to watching it, but I will watch it. Trust me. See, the chef does 5 quintuplets. I didn't know that. It's like some side stories though. Like they were not in the anime. Cool, good to know as a special thing. So 2 episodes, okay. But yeah, Fate Strange Fake. I'll be watching it at some point, but maybe I'll talk about it when I do my fall 2023 anime season, because by then I'll have watched it, I'm sure. But I do plan to watch it. It does have a high rating. I heard it was decent. I heard it was decent and worth watching. A1 Pictures. I really did good at animation, so yeah, I'll definitely be watching it. And from my understanding, it's just like a setup for like the main Fate Strange Fake anime that's going to come out this next year, I think. Maybe I don't know when, but yeah. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet, unfortunately. Jujutsu Kaisen recaps, right? Had a recap because yeah, Jujutsu had a couple episodes that were recaps between like episode 5 and like episode like 6 or whatever. It had like several recap episodes. Two, it was only 2 episodes, I think. So maybe episode 6 and 7 were recaps, and episode 8 was the start of the Shibuya arc. Yeah, it was really boring too because we also had a break week. So just guess in between the Gojo Past arc and the Shibuya arc had like a whole month off where it didn't release any episode, which is kind of boring, kind of meh. Apparently, Nova Sparta had a recap episode, which adapted the the first season of the second season. So dumb. I still hate that name convention. Bleach got a couple of recap episodes of the first 8 episodes. Was it really 8 episodes that came out? Wasn't it 12? Might have been 8 episodes. I don't know. Or maybe they did only adapt the first 8 episodes out of the whole 12 episodes. Maybe didn't bother to do the last 4 episodes. All right. So 100's got a recap. Yeah, that's also pretty dumb. Recapping the first 7 episodes, well, not great. But like, 100 did something like that. Okay. Kuma punch. Bear is Kuma in Japanese. So this is actually he says bear Kuma punch, but it's essentially just Kuma punch. I don't know. Special episodes included on volumes 1 3 of the DVD. DVD. Cool. I don't watch Kuma punch, so I'm not that's not for me. So yeah, that's this season. Now, is this season better than the spring season? I think it has better peaks, probably. Like it has better anime for like singular anime, but I think spring season better season overall. Like I think Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 and Mushoku Tensei season 2, I think are better than anime that to come out during the spring season. Right? I don't think any anime from spring season is better than them or can match up to them. But I do think that the spring season is better overall because it had more spread good anime, and especially original anime. Oshinoko, Hell's Paradise, Heavenly Delusions, even Mashal I enjoyed quite a bit. Skip to Loafer was very good. Deadmon Death Parade was alright. I surprisingly found Insomniacs to be pretty decent, like pretty watchable, right? Like nothing incredible, but still. So like, and of course, yeah, freaking Mitch Murky second season, but that's a sequel, not a well, it's a second core, second season, whatever. It felt like more like a second core than second season, especially because it concluded the story. But whatever, season 2, even though it's 12 episodes, whatever. Um, this was nuts. Now, yeah, sure, Macro Destroyers were disappointing, and some other things here and there, but overall, I think it was a I think the season was overall better, the best season of the year so far. Spring season still the best season. Summer season has the better peak anime though. Like Jujutsu Kaisen 2 Season 2 is better than anything else. But other than these two anime, nothing else is so good that it properly tends to be spring anime, right? Summer Heart is good. It's not as good as Oshinoko. It's not as good as Heavenly Delusions. It's not as good as Hell's Paradise. I can say the same with My Happy Marriage, best romance of the season, but it's not as good as the aforementioned anime. Now Bleach is great, but it alone cannot, and especially because it's not as good as the first core. If it was as good as the first core, then, but it was not as good as the first core. So it's like even then, like it's not enough to carry the season enough. And a lot of the other anime was just kind of eh. I don't watch Freaking Stray Dogs, but a lot of them was just kind of eh. Other Gurmers was alright, but nothing to write super home on for this season. Runikeshi has been good, but like nothing like super mind blowing. Other than Jujutsu and Mushoku Tensei, which for me are like the two spearheads of the season, the two like carriers of the season for me. So yeah, that's my current opinion. Is it better than the winter season? I think that's a solid question to be asking. Oh no, I went too far back. I went to the summer of 2022. We really talked about that season when is it better than the winter season? I think it might be. Cause okay, Villain Saga carries this season hard. But Villain Saga on its own is not better than a combination of Jujutsu Kaisen and Mushoku Tensei. I think if you combine Mushoku Tensei, I think individually, from individual perspective, I think Villain Saga is better than both of them. But I think if you combine Jujutsu Kaisen and Mushoku Tensei, I think they'll as a combination they beat Villain Saga. And then I think the other anime that come out winter season, Tomo-chan was like the best one, but other than Tomo-chan, there's no anime that came out that was good enough to mess with like this summer 2023 anime in my opinion. It was a kind of, Trigun was okay. Oh, actually, it has a higher rating than I thought because it was a 3D CGI anime. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong about CG affecting take that much, but it might have had like an 8 point something rating if it wasn't 3D though. CGI, I mean, not 3D. Only is 3D. But you get what I mean. This year was pretty disappointing. I feel like winter, other than Villain Saga, it was a very disappointing like season. Like okay, very disappointing might be a bit harsh. Wasn't great. I don't think it had any like super special ONAs or OVAs to write home about either. So it was really just an Villain Saga carry. Did it have any good OVAs? Didn't have any OVAs. No special movies to write home about either. No movie here that I watched that I thought was great. So like Villain Saga carrying the season. Only super great thing to come out. Nothing else was super great. And so Summer at least had something that I think like other than these two, like it still had Zom 100, which for me was better than and Bleach, which for me like these two like are better than um what was that one that came out than Tomo-chan that came out in winter. Might be Marriage as well. I thought was a better romance anime than some than is Tomo-chan. Tomo-chan again is the only one's okay there, but Villain's like a hard carry. But it I think winter season is just gonna end up failing and being like the worst season of the year. I think fall 2023 already has been off on a better start than what we had in spring, in winter. I mean, but spring I think is the best season overall. I think if you include everything, it just didn't have the peak anime. It didn't have the best anime to come out the year, but it had the best like anime. If you count like if you think about it, not in terms of quality, but for quantity of great anime, spring season is the best season, and I think from that perspective, spring season is the best anime season. In terms of quality of like the singular season with the best anime like to come out, like the singular best anime to come out of the year, I'd give it to Winter just because of Vinland Saga. But Winter is the worst season overall because Vinland Saga is the only great anime to come out. Now, I think Freeman is being good. I don't like Freeman as much as everyone else does. I'm not gonna lie to you. For a lot of hype, he has a 9.00 rating. That's extremely high. That's like top 10 of all time anime rating levels of high. It's going to go down obviously as it ends, by the time it ends. But and afterwards, but obviously, like what's Oshinoko at now? Let's look at Oshinoko, which came out in spring. Was it spring 2023 came out? Let's see. Yeah, 8.75. Yeah. still extremely high, but it had like a rating of 9.07 when it was coming out. So like that's what was going to happen to Fear. It's going to go down to 8.7, which is still high, still a very good anime, and I do think that Fear is a good anime. But the topic this was the summer season. I reviewed it. I went through it. Good season. I'd argue so far, not including fall because it hasn't finished yet. The second best anime season of the year. Not quite as good as spring, but it has better peak anime in spring. Not as good peak anime as winter because of Villain Saga, but has better peak anime than spring. Has two anime that I think for me are in contention of being in the best anime of the year, and for me so far that is. I think we gotta add Oshinoko on there probably, right? And Villain Saga Pro, and then Jujutsu and lastly, Mushoku Tensei. I like the end of the year contenders for me right now. I don't think anything else quite comes up to that level. A lot of really good ones that come out, like Kevin the Lucius and stuff, was great, but not quite enough to be a contender. So yeah, but does anything here beat Villain Saga? Like, there's a combination here because like Spy Family and Shield Hero individually are not obviously not better than Villain Saga, but maybe a combination of Spy Family and Frieren and Doctor Stone and Undead Unlock. I think if you combine all these together, the core of all these together, they can beat Villain Saga. But I mean, I still think it's a better season from what it looks like so far, from what I've watched so far. I do think it's a better season than Winter, but Villain Saga hard carries it. Is it a better season than summer? We'll have to wait and see. Is it better season than spring? Doubtful, but we'll wait and see. I will say Doctor Stone has been much better than expected. Yes, good rating. Deserves a high rating. Doctor Stone's part 2 of New World has been extremely good. I actually like it more than part 1. I actually think it's been very, very good. Surprisingly enjoyable. Uh, I'm personally not the biggest fan of Da Vinci Shadow, compared to everyone else. I would never rate it as high as 8.86, but it's still good. More Da Vinci Shadow. It's been fun. It's been good. You know, man's coming out here, John Smith and that. I'm still watching it. I just, don't rate it as high as many other people would do it. Um, and yeah, Freeman's been solid, very well animated. Madhouse finally coming out with a good anime. When was the last time it came out with a very, very, very good anime? I mean, I think actually no, they came out with Sony Boy, didn't they? Which was apparently supposed to be good, but some people didn't like it that much. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so yeah, okay. Uh, Shield is another one. I'll say has been surprisingly good this season. Definitely a big step up from season two. Season two was a bit of a disappointment, as we all know. But season three of Shield Hero been good. Spy Family season two. So it's just more Spy Family. Nothing nuts, nothing bad either. Oh, you can see the boat. Oh yeah, okay. That's the boat from the newest episode. That's cool. So it's good. It's going to be a whole arc then, if it's even including the cover. Interesting. But yeah, anyway, Spy Family's just been more Spy Family. You know, it's just as good as the first season. It's just you know what to expect. It's for me. It's not like for me when I think of Spy Family, it's not like incredible, but never seen. But it's not bad. It's like I watch it, I enjoy watching it, but I'll never. I don't leave thinking, yo, that was one of the best experiences ever. You know what I mean? Like I'll never put an anime like Spy Family as best anime of the year contender, but it'll always be there if you're just a good, solid, fun, comedic anime to watch. You have Spy Family. Put it on. It's good, fun to watch. Yeah, Tokyo Avengers. There's more season. I have not watched this because I didn't watch the second season, but I already read the manga, so I know what happens. I know what happens. I know this. I know what happens to Izana and Mikey and all that. I know what happens. I read the manga, but I'm not watching the anime. I'm not happy what's going on in the manga. Kyusurian no Hitorigoto, Apothecary Diaries. I've really enjoyed it so far. I should probably add to my list because I am watching this anime. I am watching this anime. Can I just say that? I watched the first 3 episodes, I think, or four. I don't know. I'll say three for now. I'll definitely watch at least three. Uh, I've also been watching, Shangri-La Frontier. I've been watching 100 Girlfriends. This has been surprisingly good. I enjoyed it. This is the type of degenerate anime that I like. It's a degenerate anime, but I actually love it so much. I'm gonna keep watching it. It's so freaking good. Love this one a lot. Uh, Not watching this, not watching any of these. So yeah, I'm also watching this mystery anime. This is the mystery I was talking about earlier, Kamono Hashiron, which has been okay. Nothing incredible. It's been okay. For 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 a mystery anime, it's like what you'd expect, right? Mission animes are typically like I mentioned earlier, like they're typically acceptably good. You know what I mean? They're never terrible. Typically, they typically do a good job with mystery anime. Demon Death Part 2. I'm not watching this. Part 1 did not hook me in enough to be willing to watch another core of it. And yeah, that's been this season. I'm also watching Shy. It hasn't been incredible. I'm also watching MF Ghost. Where is it? Yeah, MF Ghost been great. This has been the second or third episode was incredible. So hype. And the Eurobeat music, oh man, I miss it. And hearing the name of Takumi Fujiwara, so great. So yeah, I've been watching this. I've also been watching 16-bit Sensation because it's just my type of anime. All right, it's like not something I'd recommend to all necessarily, but it's my type of anime. So I'll be watching the entirety of it. I'm sure. Um, Official Malcolm badge event. What? Paradox Life the animation. Yeah, I did watch the first episode of this. Had surprisingly good animation in like the non-music scenes. I'll give it that. Okay, I've also been watching this Firefighter anime. It has a low rating. I don't think it deserves that low for rating. Come on now. I think it's been okay. I think it's been okay, decent. Like brain space, so it's decent production value at least. Um and okay. Bullbuster, okay, and yeah, I'm not watching anything else here. Captain Tsubasa is more coming out, more of the remake of Captain Tsubasa from 2018. Second season, yeah, it came out in 2018. It has just now it's getting a second season. 2023, 5 years later. Okay, fair enough. And yeah, not much else to add here. Any OVAs or I need to talk about that I've been watching this season? Pluto. Yes, I am watching Pluto. I haven't finished it yet because it's like 60-minute episodes, 8 episodes. So it's still quite a bit to watch. But I'm obviously watching Pluto. Y'all know how it is. We're watching Pluto. Definitely hype. Oh, this is slime. I was like, what is this anime? This is Tensei Slime. Okay, this is reincarnated as a slime for anyone wondering. Like a special thing, probably. ONA. Okay. But yes, Pluto's definitely a big one to talk about. Has a decently high rating. That's good. That's good. That means it ended up being good in the end. I need to watch it for myself and make my own judgment of it though. So we'll see. I haven't watched anything else. Akuma-kun? Demon-kun? This anime is just called Demon-kun. Damn. Coming out on Netflix. Cool. Oh, it hasn't come out yet, has it? November 9th. That's in like 4 days. That is in 4 days. Not like it is. Literally. Uh, Frieren has a spin off GB series. Okay. So yeah, so far this has been decent. Not the hottest year of 2023 in general, I will say. What the heck is this? Is this a BL? It's obviously BL. I can tell from the poster it's a BL anime. Wait, is that Kobe? Why is he wearing a mask? COVID? Watch out for COVID. Then he shouldn't be doing that. Watch out, bro. Oh, it says Boys Love. Yeah, okay. Only one episode. One episode of VA for Boys Love. Okay, cool. Any movies? Spy Family has a movie called White that's coming out along now with the second season. Is it? Is it a theme childcare? Is it Is it a canon? It's coming in December. Is it a canon movie? If it comes out in theaters here in Norway, I'll watch it. Spy Family might be popular enough to have one of its movies coming in theaters. If it doesn't come in theaters, I probably won't watch it. Right, Buddy Girl Senpai also has a movie coming out, doesn't it? It's like about his sister. Was it about like his little sister, or did it already come out? I don't know if I watched it or not though. There's like a news. Oh wait, oh Ultimate Game also has like a movie coming out. What the hell? I didn't know this. Oh, I have it on Plan to Watch. I didn't know that. I have the Plan to Watch already. Okay, I guess I'll be watching it. There's a movie coming out. Interesting. Otome game thing. Villainous. But yeah, Buddy Girl Senpai. I want to check if the sister movies come out yet, because I want to watch that. I've watched the first season and obviously and stuff. Ghost and Panzer also has maybe come out. Apparently it's already come out October 6th. Yeah. Part 4 of this is already come out. Is this the fourth? Is this the final film? No, I think, or is it gonna be? Oh, it's six. It's 6 parts, so we still need part 5 and part 6. But yeah, part 4 is finally come out. I watched the first 3 parts. I watched part 4 with some friends of mine. It's Girls and Panzer, always hilarious, always fun to watch. Love to see it. Oikumi also has a movie coming out. Interesting. I don't think I'll be watching it personally. The first season gave me enough of what I wanted from this world personally, but yeah. I don't think anything else. Oh, My Hero Academia apparently has a movie coming out, but that's not very. Not a lot of people are talking about watching it apparently. Why not? It's not. Is it not like a proper movie? It's like a joke movie. Oh, it's a card game thing. Is it like a sponsorship, like type of commercial thing? Then it makes sense that why not a lot of people are watching or hype for it. Then yeah, I'm not gonna care about it either. Then Kira, no, okay, I don't know what that is. I haven't heard anything about it. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to talk about this season. Yo, wait, I was going down like, wait, is that Ghost in the Shell? Compilation film of Ghost in the Shell. Okay, cool. Okay, that's Ghost in the Shell, and that's clearly Kusunogi. I forgot her name exactly, but yeah, that's clearly her. Just weird character design. Interesting how her character design has changed over the years, or like the change over the different adaptations of Ghost in the Shell. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we talk about. Any interesting specials? Burn the Witch is coming out with a special. This is a prequel. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be watching this for sure. A lot of people are like wondering why is Burn the Witch not continuing, and clearly the answer is because Taita Cube is currently working on Bleach the anime to make sure like it works out. So before he goes back to Burn the Witch, it's not like he's completely dropped Burn the Witch. So yeah, I'm excited for Burn the Witch. I did like the first 3 episodes that came out, special day that came out several years ago now, probably. So I think it's been that long. But yeah, interesting. Justin Chan. Okay, I don't know what that is. Temple has some specials coming out. It's that fan service anime that they do ecchi one. Yeah. Pretty has some specials that include. Okay, cool. I don't care. Okay, okay. That's it. That's it for this season. So yeah, not the hottest of seasons, but yeah. I mean, we'll see if it ends up being better than the summer season or maybe even the spring season. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the spring season. I doubt it at this point. From what I've seen so far, we're almost halfway through the season. We're 5 episodes into the season. That's basically halfway, almost halfway. So yeah, I'll see you guys next season. Solo Leveling is getting its anime adaptation by A1 Pictures coming out. Classroom Delete is also getting getting another third season. I love how it's been was so many years between the first and the second season, and now that the second season's come out, they make a third season immediately after. Great. That's always how it goes. The same thing happened with Devil's a Part Timer. Mash is getting its second season. Yeah, I'll be watching this. I enjoy Mashal, my type of thing. So yeah, Blue Exorcist. Yeah, that's also getting like something, some special thing. I don't third season. So it's the third season. I thought it was a special thing. I don't know, I was so confused by it. How is that gonna work out? I thought the second season concluded it for the most part. I don't know. Maybe the manga continued that wasn't aware of this. Man, I remember so little of the second of watching Blue Exorcist though, because it's been so many years since I watched the first and second season of Blue Exorcist. I'm gonna be watching it, but I probably gotta watch a recap thing first to remember what happened. Like towards like the end of the second season. I remember roughly like some things here and there, but I don't remember fully. Gotta get some sort of recap. But yeah, I guess we're watching if it's a whole third season. Okay, that's a little bit more exciting than I thought then. Urusat is gonna second season. Yeah, I'll be watching that. Shaman King Flowers. I will not be watching this. I will not be watching the story about Anas. What does it say? Oh, Onyo and Hanasan. Yeah, I'm not watching the sequel to Shaman King about the main character's son. Because where is he? Which one? That's Yo. Yeah, where's Anna? Is that supposed to be Anna? She has blonde hair though. Maybe it's because it's like dark. It's like dark. Oh, is that his brother? Is that his brother? What's his name again? Yo, and then you have his brother. How? I don't see his sister. Not his sister. I don't see his wife though. That's his son though. That's his son. What's his name again? Hana. Because yeah, flowers. That's why it's called flowers. Because his name is Hana. Hana means flowers in Japanese, for anyone wondering. And he shares the hairstyle and the headset stuff of his father, Yo. Yo now has longer hair. He kind of looks like a bum. He kind of looks like Adam Sandler now. But I just called Adam Sandler a bum. But his son has the hair color of his mom, which is blonde, as you can tell. Okay, anything else that I will not talk about? Kingdom has a 15. Holy crap, Kingdom. Gotta read the manga for this though. I haven't heard the best things about the anime, about the manga. I know as people talking about it. Will second season High Card? I probably won't. Yeah, manga I've heard great things about for Kingdom. I probably won't watch the second season of High Card. I watched the first season. but I don't think I watched the second season. I think I got enough of what my hook of High Car from the first season. I don't think there's much else to be talked about here. Any interesting ONAs or OVAs? Ooh, Happy Murray is getting a OVA. I wonder what this is gonna be a sequel or not. Oh, it's coming out March 2024, so it's not even this season. What the frick? This is like this part of like the winter season. Honestly, maybe March. That might even be spring season of 2024. Given's getting a movie. Haikyuu's getting a movie, which is a sequel movie. I think it's like supposed to conclude Haikyuu. I'm not too sure. I think it's like supposed to be conclude. Whoa, Kizumonogatari, what's up? Oh, it's a compilation film. I was gonna say. Oh, Call Me. Oh, so it's going to combine. Wait, so it's going to be like combine the Kizumonogatari movies? It's going to combine the Kizumonogatari movies into like one singular 3.5 hour movie or however long it will be. Because the first two movies are like 50 something minutes long. I think they're like barely an hour long, maybe. While the third movie is like an hour and a half long. So if you combine those two, you'll get like a 3.5, 3 hours and 20-minute movie. Maybe they're like the compilation film which combines all three. Which honestly, I'm kind of down for that because I feel like, you know, I feel like they come right after each other. I feel like it makes sense. And it's a good way for Shaft to also get more profit. So it works for them. More income. Haikyuu, yeah, I think it's supposed to conclude Haikyuu because the manga I think is concluded. I think it's going. I think it was announced that it was going to get some movies that will conclude the series. So February 2024 season, not even like winter season. It's going to come out the spring season, the fall season. Oh, it says winter 24. I'm blind. So wait, yeah, okay, this is for some reason I thought it was on fall 2023. What am I doing? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Gundam Seed, Blood ESK. What the frick? Okay, some special for AO Kyoshi. Are you serious, bro? I'm done. Alright, let's not. Alright, we have some spring season announcements as well, but yeah, Mushitanse's second course coming out, Kaiju number 8, Gyuru Camp. Alright, Hibikyo Phonium 3, the third season of Hibikyo Phonium. What? Alright, okay, we can keep talking about things forever, but let's go back to your current season, which is summer. We finally finished reviewing it. I think I'm done for now. I'll see you guys in about 2 months' time, probably. Yeah, about 2 months' time to review, maybe 3 months to review the fall season after it's finally concluded. Um, I think it's going to be a close fight between the fall season and the summer season to see which one is going to be the better season. I think spring season is pretty much locked in that it's the best season that to come out of this year overall, quantity wise. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching this as much as enjoyed doing this, like a little like season review, like I usually do, season reaction. I'm gonna finish this off. My throat needs a little bit of a break from talking for however many hours I've talked for. Have I talked for over an hour, 2 hours? I don't think I've talked for 2 hours. I don't know how long this video is. I didn't time when I started recording this. So I don't know how long this recording is. But okay, I hope you all enjoy watching this. I'll see you guys yeah next time. All right, y'all. Peace.